Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to upgrade a Cisco switch. The switch that I'm using here is an old Cisco switch. It is a 3750X switch and we want to upgrade it. I have a console connection to my switch and the fast Ethernet 0 of the switch is connected to my computer. I'm going to use FTP protocol to transfer file between switch and my computer. On my computer, I'm using an FTP server. I'm using FileZilla. You can use whatever software that you like, but FileZilla is a good choice. I use show version here to see the current version of the switch. You can see that it is using this iOS here. It is using the 12 version, and it is also showing that version here. So I'm gonna upgrade it to this version here that you can see here. It is version 15. The first thing that I do is I type show interface status to see the status of the ports. You can see here fast Ethernet 0 is a routed interface and it is up because it is connected to my computer. I use show run interface fast 0 to see the configuration. It doesn't have an IP address. I go to global configuration and then fast Ethernet 0 and I set an IP address in the range of my computer. IP address 192.168.112.173, for example. It is the range of my computer. Now that the IP is set, I need to set the FTP parameters. I need to set the username, IP FTP username. The username is a.carryme and IP FTP password. It is 1 to 8. And one more thing that we can do is to set the source interface, IP FTP source interface, and I set fast Ethernet 0. Here it is not important to use this command, but in newer models, this interface is in a separate VRF, usually the management VRF. So we should either use this command here to use this interface as the source for the files transfer, or in the command, we can use the VRF at the end of the command. It is easier to set it here. But as I said, it is not important in our case here because it is not in a different VRF. I use dir flash colon to see the current file. You can see, let me make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it is the current file that we have. The most important thing here is to check if we have enough free space because the file that we want to copy is almost 24 megabyte, and we can see that we have enough space on the switch. I type copy FTP flash. It is asking for the IP address of the FTP server, which is my computer, 192.168.112.231. It is asking for the source file name. I copy this file name from here. Be careful to select the extension as well. So I copy it. And now it is asking for the destination file name. I hit enter again. It should start copying. You can see that exclamation point, it shows that it is copying. If I check on my FileZilla.tftp server, I can see that it is transferring file. It is FileZilla interface. I can see that it is copying file. The speed is not very good, but it is copying. So far, 11 megabytes, 12 megabytes is copied, and in less than 1 minute, it will be over. After the copying of the file is finished, we just need to set the boot variables and tell the switch to use this new image for boot process. In the newer platforms, you have the option to install the image like Catalyst 9000. So the copy is done. Now I can check dir using the dir flash command. It is the new iOS image that we have here, which is 25 megabytes. Right now, the switch is using that old iOS for the boot process. If I type show boot to see the boot variable, I can see that the boot path list is pointing to that old iOS. I need to change that. So I go to global configuration and I say no boot system. And then I say boot system flash, and this new image. I copy it, pasted it here, hit enter, and I write the configuration. Now, if I say show boot, I can see that the boot pass list is now pointing to this version 15 iOS. Now I need to reload the switch. I type reload. I confirm it. It takes a few minutes to reload, and after that, it should come up with the new iOS. During the reload, if it needs to upgrade some microcodes, some codes that are using the line cards, it does that automatically. I pause the video now and start the video again when the switch is up. Now the switch is done booting. If I hit enter, use the show version command, I can see that it is upgraded to this version 15.2 E8. It took a very long time. It updated lots of microcodes during the reboot. You can see here that all these S and P's here is upgrading the microcode. In this video, we saw how we can upgrade a Cisco switch. The version that we used was 3750X. And to do that, we just pointed the boot variable to that iOS. In the newer version, as I said before, we have the option to install the iOS. Thank you so much for watching this video.